So I am not very good at thrifting. I've talked about this in videos before. Thrifting takes a talent that I was not born with. I don't really go thrifting. Sometimes I'll go with my friends, definitely went a little bit more in high school, but I feel like whenever I go, I end up either leaving with nothing or leaving with like an oversized men's flannel or denim jacket that I already own something identical to. So I'd say that's pretty unsuccessful. And I wish I was better at thrifting because I think the thrift girlies absolutely kill it on YouTube. There's so many thrifting YouTubers that I watch that are just so much fun and they always find the cutest stuff and I want to be like that too. It just seems fun to sort of really turn shopping into like a mystery hunt. Like you really just never know what you're gonna get. I can walk into a clothing store or like log on to some fucking website that I shop out and basically know what I'm gonna be able to find or what's gonna be in stock. But in thrift stores, it's a total mystery, which is stressful. But also kind of fun. On top of the fact that shopping secondhand is just something that I think all of us should be doing more often, myself included. I need to be shopping secondhand way more than I currently do. I feel like I've always been a little hesitant to really get into thrifting, and I always also kind of feel uncomfortable in thrift stores, and I know that this is all inside my own fucking head and nobody else is thinking this about me besides myself. But sometimes I will go into thrift stores and feel like I'm being stared at by people who are smaller than me because it's like, you really think you're gonna find something for you in there? My thrifting experiences in the past have really consisted of me going through racks and like seeing cute things, but it's like small, extra small, small, medium, small, 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 and then eventually just walking over to the men's section because that's the only section that's gonna carry clothes in my size that maybe I can wear or turn into something cute. Like I end up leaving with a flannel or a denim jacket, not because I want to leave with a flannel or a denim jacket, but because that's, in my experience, been the only thing that I could find in my size. The times that I have gone into thrift stores, I don't spend my time really looking at every single rack because I feel like people are judging me, thinking like, why is she wasting her time going through all these racks? They're not, we don't sell that. And I know that's not a great way to think and it's kind of sad, but that's been my experience shopping in most places. And so whenever going into somewhere where I don't really know what to expect, I feel a lot of like anxiety while shopping. In thrift stores, you never know what to expect. So because shopping was so stressful for me growing up, it turned into something that I really just needed to do by myself, so I couldn't compare myself to other people throughout the shopping process. Through the many years I've been shopping by myself, it's like I have stores that I rely on. I go to stores that I know what I can expect. Thrifting feels a little scary to me because I don't know what I'm gonna be able to expect. I don't know if they're gonna have even one single item that fits me. And you know, there's so many criticisms that can be made about thrifting and the experience thrifting when you are someone who is plus size. This is just a gentle reminder that shopping and thrifting and just like hunting for clothes can be a really difficult thing for a lot of people, and I just think we should always be gentle with people about it and offer people kindness, because it is a hard fucking thing to find clothes that fit your body and have the experience of finding those clothes that you love and that fit, not be a miserable one. I don't appreciate when people get mad at plus size bodies for not being able to shop sustainably and for shopping fast fashion. Because plus size people just simply don't have the same access. It is really difficult to find sustainably made clothing that carries plus sizes in affordable prices. And then when you tell people that, their first response is always, oh, well, you should be thrifting. And it's like, do you think that's any better? It is still hard as a plus size person to thrift shop. Most of the thrift stores you go into don't have a plus size section, and if they do, it's a couple racks in the corner. I just say this because I think that while it is important for everyone to be making steps to be more sustainable where they can be, it is important for us to acknowledge that actually achieving sustainability, especially in fashion, is not gonna be the same experience for everyone, and it is not as easy for everyone. And that's just something that I think that we need to keep in mind. So anyways, with all that being said, I'm gonna go to 3 different thrift stores in Brooklyn, New York City, and see what I can find for myself. Now, there are some rules here. I'm not just doing a free-for-all. I'm not gonna walk in there and just be like, I need to buy something. If I don't find something I love, I'm not buying anything. There's really 3 things that I wanna try to find. I wanna try to find some sort of dress or skirt. 2, I'd like to find some sort of fun or funky top. Number 3, I want to try to find something that I could potentially DIY. Here's the thing, my expectations are on the ground. I've been to one of the thrift stores that I'm gonna go to, and the last time I was in there, it was like small, and that's just sort of what I'm expecting. We'll see what happens. I'm happy to be proven wrong. I'm gonna be going to a Beacon's Closet and L Train Vintage, and the 3rd place I'm going to is actually a plus size secondhand shop, which I've never been to before, and I'm really excited about. I'm hoping that that's sort of gonna be the winner of these 3. I'm hoping that that's gonna be where I'm able to find some stuff that I really love. It's plus Brooklyn. I think my goal here is not necessarily to leave with a bunch of clothes. If I leave empty-handed, I won't say that this is a failure. For me, I think the goal here is to get myself more comfortable with actually going thrifting and spending my time looking through the racks and just seeing what they have to offer so that I can continue to work in secondhand shopping and thrifting more into my shopping routines. So with that being said, let's go do it. Let's go to Beacon's Closet, baby. All right, I'm just sort of starting in the back, and I'm just gonna go little by little. I'm already feeling the way I always do, just like wanting to leave. But I'm gonna stick through it, baby. I'm literally like in my head like, should I just stop filming right now? This is what I always do. Keep going, it's okay, push through. It's just hard going in someplace knowing that they're not gonna have my size and then being like, oh, well, let's be optimistic about it. And then just feeling embarrassed when you go to try stuff on, it like doesn't even fit over one of your legs. Like, ugh. I don't like getting emotional like this because I'm not upset about my body. I'm just upset about I just like wish I could have the same experience as other people. It's really hard. It like feels embarrassing to look through the racks, then it feels embarrassing to hand your clothes to the person in the fitting room, and then it feels embarrassing to walk out like, fuck, I should have known. I was such an idiot for thinking that fuck, I would have fucking had anything. I literally just get emotional because it makes me so angry, and it just makes me upset for like the people bigger than me, the people that are my size but aren't in like a stable place with their bodies the way that I am. Like, it just gets me fucking fired up. But we're trying it again. L Train Vintage. I have a feeling you're gonna just want me to. Stop being negative. Knock it off. Knock it off. Okay, we're snapping out of it. I'm done being negative. We're gonna see if I can get anything here. We're so excited about it too. Okay. I tried. I couldn't be in there for any longer. Like, what's the point in forcing myself to go through racks of small blouses to maybe find one shirt that I could stretch across my body? Like, it's just not worth it to me to put myself through that mentally for a fucking video. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So I was in there for like 5 minutes and then I just walked out. And now I'm gonna go to the plus size secondhand shop and feeling more optimistic about that one. I think I'm just like, I was feeling more optimistic before I like walked into either of those thrift stores. It's like I remember what the experience is like, but then I don't know, you sort of forget it, or maybe you convince yourself that like it wasn't as bad, or that I just wasn't looking hard enough, or I'm being dramatic, but I'm not. These types of thrift stores, secondhand shops, just don't carry plus sizes. There's not a Goodwill or a Savers near me, otherwise I would try to check out one of those. Doing what we can. Gonna go to Plus Brooklyn now. This shit isn't worth crying over, okay? I'm talking to myself. It's not worth crying over. These are random fucking thrift stores in the middle of Brooklyn. I am happy, I am comfortable. There is no reason for me to be getting upset about shit that does not matter. Some guy just pointed at me and said, yeah, killing it, killing it, killing it. So I'm fine now. We did it. We found something. Okay. So this is the dress that I got. I will admit it is a little plain Jane for me. It's a little, I don't know, it's just a regular old dress, right? But I'm thinking that I can sort of funk it up with a belt and a crazy jacket, or maybe I just need to get more tattoos. I don't know. I tried it on and I like the way that it feels, the way that it fits. Honestly, I just don't have any like fun, flowy dresses that I can just wear to like a brunch or something, and a bitch just wants to be comfortable. So although this isn't as crazy and out there as the stuff that I normally wear, it's comfortable, it's purple, it's cute, and like I can wear this to a brunch and still look fucking sexy. When you just are sexy, it really doesn't matter what clothes you put on your body. It's just me, baby, it's my energy. But like, imagine me in this, a little strappy heel moment, gold jewelry. I just want to give a shout out to Plus Brooklyn. They are just a small little plus size secondhand consignment shop in Williamsburg, and I was the only person in there. It was just me and one employee when I was there, and it was so nice. It was such a peaceful thrifting experience, like to go from being in Beacon's Closet to then going to L Train and just small on the rack, to then go to Plus Brooklyn and actually be able to look through the racks and entertain, like, oh, maybe this, maybe that, like that's not my style. To even be able to think, oh, that's not my style, and not, oh, that's not my size. Like it's so much nicer and more enjoyable to shop when the selection is just, you have more possibilities. You have more to look through, you have more to entertain, and as you're shopping, your main thought doesn't have to be, is this too small for me? Am I too big for this? Your main thought can be, do I like this item of clothing? Does it spark joy? Do I have something like this in my closet? Like, you can just think about the style and the item and whether you like it, and not whether or not they have it in your size. It's so much more fucking enjoyable. All right, this is her. It's just a cute little white sheer skirt to wear to the beach. I think it's so freaking cute. Imagine me posted up in like the shallow end of the ocean, just letting this get wet and letting myself like just look like I'm on the cover of Sports Illustrated, baby. That's gonna be me. Follow me on the gram, because you know I'm gonna have to take that picture. I thought this was super cute too. I'm always looking for like little beach bottoms to wear. I have a pair of like sheer black pants that I wear at the beach all the time. But that's really like the only sort of beach cover up I have, and like you really just like need a little bottom to stunt on these hoes at the beachside bar. I need a fucking pina colada right now. But I'm very happy with this purchase as well. I think it's super cute. I'm super excited to wear it to the beach, and like, what a joy to go thrifting and actually be able to find things that I will wear. I think that Plus Brooklyn was such a great store to go through, and I really do think that like when you are thrifting as a plus size person, your experience is gonna vary per location. Like I'm sure that there are some like Goodwill locations or Beacon's Closet locations that are better with sizing, but it's like, it's not fucking linear. You've got to just talk to people and figure it out. And any plus size person in New York City who goes thrifting, where do you go? Tell me, because I want to enjoy this, and I think that it's worth investing time into. So if you have any recommendations on what stores tend to carry plus sizes, or if there's other plus size thrift stores in the city that I don't know about, please leave them in the comments down below. I am all ears. It's really tough because I think everyone understands the importance of sustainability, and I think that most people want to make changes to make their consumption more sustainable in the long term, but it's not that easy, and sometimes sustainability is not super accessible. I'm living in New York City and I'm fucking crying on the side of the street in Brooklyn. Okay? I can't imagine what this is like for people who live in the suburbs, and I mean, I grew up in the suburbs and I hated thrifting fucking over there too. So to me, being more sustainable is something I definitely want to do and want to work towards. The goal for me is definitely not to reach a point where I am 100% sustainable, but just cutting out more where I can find things, where it's accessible to me, what amount of money I'm willing to pay for it. I think my goal in the long term is just to figure out where there's wiggle room and where I can be doing better, and to do better in those parts without forcing myself to be miserable and cry inside of a thrift store when I can definitely just buy it online. It's like striking the balance between making sure that shopping and fashion remains something fun and enjoyable while also just being better and doing better where you can. So anyways, that's how I see it. It's fucking hard to be totally 100% sustainable. I think if you're making little changes where you can, that's fucking fantastic. This is always gonna be a problem of access so long as the fashion industry stays the way that it is. So one day at a time, just doing what we can, little by little, taking it as we come. And that's okay. Whatever you can do is good enough. And that's how I like to look at it. Be sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to see these pieces in action this summer, and also just because I'm sexy and like deserve to be followed on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.